that we can hear and see. Again, welcome to the webinar. I'm Dr. Rita McGuire. I am the Chief Medical Officer for Wakanna, as well as I am one of the co-founders for this amazing company. And I'm super excited because I am presenting to you live from Las Vegas. Dr. Senator Van Pelt, the president of our company, and I are here for a very exciting cannabis investor conference. So we're going to bring back all the nuggets to you next week. So when we talk about cannabis, oh my goodness, the time is now to really pay attention to this industry. The projected North American legal sales of cannabis is expected to grow by 700%. See, in 2015, it was about a $202 million industry, and they are projecting by 2022 that this will be a $22 billion industry. And I say truly, this is going to be the next trillion-dollar industry as things are moving very fast. Cannabis is the buzz. In fact, former Speaker of the House, John Boehner, who was adamantly opposed to cannabis, is now, he has an epiphany that he is on the board of one of the top cannabis companies that just sold for $3.2 billion. He is truly all for medicinal cannabis. He is for helping veterans that have PTSD. In fact, Walgreens and CVS also know that cannabis is the buzz too, because they are now marketing CBD products. And Rolling Stone said the CBD is going to become the unexpected star of legalized pot. Even women want to know about how cannabis can improve their life. They surveyed over 1,500 women across North America, and what they found were that 60% of women want to know about how cannabis can improve their skincare. 32% aspire to be involved in the cannabis industry. 23% of women that they surveyed want to know, how can cannabis enhance their sex life? 65% want to attend an infused dinner, and 68% of women surveyed want to improve their cannabis retail experience. So a little bit about our company. The name of our company is Wakanna, and on April 20th of 2019, Wakanna was brought into existence through the synergistic efforts and shared foundational values of 4 African-American women who believe that health, wealth, legacy, and freedom are gifts that belong to all people. Our CEO, Melissa Boston, has over 29 years of direct selling, as well as 15 years in business development sales and collections for corporate America. See, at the age of 32, she retired. She fired her boss. She was also MVP of 6 of the 8 companies that she ever worked for full time. She's a social media strategist. She's a top performer. She's coached over 50,000 distributors in over 40 countries. Dr. Patricia Van Pelt, our president, is a state senator. In fact, she's serving her 3rd term here in Illinois. She's an evangelist. She's an author. She's an entrepreneur and an overcomer. See, Dr. Patricia Van Pelt was born in Chicago's notorious Cabrini Green projects, and she was fueled by her calling. In fact, her PhD is in philosophy and social movements. Phyllis Nash, our senior VP of sales, brings over 30 years of experience in service and sales. In fact, she is the reason that Leon Barbecue hit the charts in Chicago. She went from being a cashier to managing every single Leon Barbecues. She also owned a sweet shop and transportation service, as well as was in the real estate arena in building homes in Chicago. And Dr. Rita McGuire, myself, I'm the Chief Medical Officer. In fact, I'm an obstetrician gynecologist. I've been practicing for over 30 years and truly have become the biggest advocate for cannabis, seeing hundreds and hundreds of my patients and patients of my colleagues, as well as so many clients, so many testimonies on how CBD has improved many, many, many lives. The four of us have built another cannabis company in the past. In fact, we worked together, the four of us, for about 2 years or a little shy of 2 years. We took that cannabis company from doing $8,000 a month to over $250,000 a month. So we have a proven track record already in this industry. We also started and founded the Pink Rush. The Pink Rush is a non-for-profit platform where we empower women, minority women, to get into the cannabis space, as well as we co-founded CBD Billionaires. CBD Billionaires is a Facebook platform where over 10,000 people have been exposed and have been engaged in the cannabis space. So we're pioneers, we're experts in the cannabis space. And we've also helped companies and other industries grow by hundreds of millions of dollars. So a little bit about the movement, because see, we're more than a CBD company, much more than a CBD company. In fact, our vision is that we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. Our mission: we are the catalyst to stir a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, as formulators, as investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. Wakanna for life. This is our product line. We have organically grown cannabis sativa from the industrial hemp plant. Our CBD products are double certified, third-party validated. We have a power line. That line contains the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3%. And then we have a pure line. That is a line that contains less than 0.0% THC. So we are excited about the high quality and high potency products that we will go through at the end of this presentation. And our products are products you can trust. We provide some of the most rich medicinal hemp that is fully compliant with the State Department of Agriculture regulations. Our products are registered under the Industrial Hemp Act, as well as our products are Farm Bill compliant. In 2018, President Trump signed the Farm Bill, which now deschedules hemp from being a Schedule I drug. This product now on a federal level, hemp is now on a federal level legal in all 50 states, as long as it contains less than 0.3% of THC. We also use global farms from around the world as well. So tonight we're going to talk about CBD and gastric reflux. We're also going to go through our product line, and we'll also have time at the end for questions. So when we talk about gastric reflux, well, a big part of this disease or this disorder is due to the Western diet. High fatty foods, spicy foods, processed foods, all cause an issue. So we're going to talk about how cannabis can improve those symptoms for people who have gastric reflux. So let's look at the plant first. Cannabis has two species. One species is the hemp species. That's a species that contains a high level of CBD and a low level of THC, 0.3% or less. And then we have the marijuana species. That's a species that contains 10% or less of CBD, but contains more than 20% of THC. So what is CBD? Well, CBD is an abbreviation for cannabidiol. It is the non-psychoactive cannabinoid that is produced from the cannabis plant. CBD can come from hemp and CBD can come from marijuana. The legal CBD in the United States has to come from industrial hemp, meaning it has to contain less than 0.3% or less of CBD. THC, or delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, is the psychoactive part of the plant. It's the one that when you consume, it gives you the high. So CBD, unlike THC, does not give you the high. In fact, CBD can negate some of the anxiety-provoking or paranoia that THC causes. I've been using CBD in my practice for the last 2.5 years, and absolutely has helped so many of my patients take a more holistic approach to their health, as well as a holistic approach to their gastric reflux. We also know that the cannabis plant makes over 100 cannabinoids. Well, here are some of the main cannabinoids you should know about. CBD is the hero. CBD helps as being an antibacterial. It inhibits cancer cell growth. It's a neuroprotective. It promotes bone growth. It reduces seizures and convulsions. It reduces blood sugar levels. It reduces functions in the immune system, so great for those with autoimmune diseases like lupus and fibromyalgia. It reduces inflammation. We'll talk about the inflammation that the esophagus endures when it is exposed to the acidic acids from the stomach. CBD also reduces the risk of arterial blockage. It reduces small intestinal contractions. It reduces vomiting and nausea. It relieves pain. It relieves anxiety. It slows bacterial growth. It suppresses muscle spasms. So those who have multiple sclerosis. It's tranquilizing. It helps your mood. It treats skin disorders like psoriasis and eczema and acne, and is a vasorelaxant. Well, let's look at delta-9 THC, delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol. As we know, the female part of the plant that gives us the high. Well, THC has medicinal properties as well, but not as many as CBD. THC can help reduce nausea and vomiting. It can relieve pain. It can stimulate the appetite, and it suppresses muscle spasms. Well, let's not forget about the cousins that are in this plant. The CBGs, the CBCs, the CBN, the delta-8 THC, the THCV, they all synergistically can cause a much more profound effect on the cellular level than just one cannabinoid. So that's why we talk about a full spectrum product is much more effective than a isolate. So how does CBD work? How does THC work? How do these cannabinoids work in our body? Well, it's important to understand that they work by a system called the endocannabinoid system. See, this endocannabinoid system is a system that's present in all vertebrae. So every person, every human being has an endocannabinoid system. In fact, this system was discovered when I was in medical school, when I was at Wayne State School of Medicine in Detroit, Michigan. In the early 1990s, this system was developed and is known as the most vital regulatory system within our human body. Who would have ever known? They didn't teach this in medical school, but what we have found that this system contains receptors that are looking for cannabinoids. These receptors are found in the brain, in the central nervous system. They're found in the immune system. They're found in the periphery. And this system keeps internal bodily functions stable or in homeostasis. This system controls how we think, how we feel, how we react. It controls inflammation. It controls anxiety. It controls sleep. So many things that it controls. Why? because of all of these receptors that are found in organs and glands throughout our body. So when our body is out of balance, these cannabinoids that our body makes, the cannabinoids that we take in when we take our CBD oil, attach to the receptors in all of these different parts of our body to put our body back in balance. So it's important to understand that CBD and the other cannabinoids and the pharmacology truly is a science that many healthcare professionals don't even understand. So CBD has a role in relieving acid reflux, or GERD as we call it. In fact, CBD, with its anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties, improves symptoms of those who have GI disease or gastrointestinal system disease. So some of the ways CBD does that is that CBD controls the secretion of the gastric acids that come into the esophagus from the stomach. It decreases inflammation, it decreases pain, and it actually reduces the movement of fluids that the gut or the stomach and the esophagus endure with primary acid reflux. So let's just look at the anatomy of the system that we're going to talk about tonight. Well, we know that the esophagus is behind what we call the trachea or the windpipe. The esophagus is about an 8-inch tube, muscular tube, that is connected from the throat or the pharynx to the stomach. The esophagus has two really important muscles. It has an upper esophageal sphincter that really controls the fact that we don't want food to get into our windpipe, right? And then it has a lower esophageal sphincter that helps control the stomach acids from going backwards into the esophagus. And tonight we're going to talk about the dysfunction of this lower esophageal sphincter, that when it does not work properly, it causes reflux. So reflux is found in 10% of Americans. It's very debilitating. If you know anyone in your family, friends, or you work with someone that has GERD, it is absolutely debilitating. It can damage the esophagus. It can produce a chronic cough. It can cause laryngitis, asthma, sleep disturbances, and even cancer of the esophagus. Some of the causes of acid reflux or GERD is eating fatty or spicy foods, dairy, citrus fruits, soda, coffee, and I've had a lot of coffee today, alcohol, chocolate, or mint. Also, obesity and smoking and lack of physical exercise can play a part in acid reflux. Some of the common symptoms that we see is bloating, burping, nausea following a meal, or unexplained weight loss, black stools, chronic sore throat, or dry cough. Again, some of the foods that we see that causes the acid level or the pH level to be below 7, that gives rise to an increase in stomach acids, are red wines, onions, tomatoes, chili, coffee, and citrus fruits. And then, of course, our favorite all-American pastime, eating those greasy cheeseburgers. These are foods that can trigger acid reflux. So when we look at what happens in GERD or heartburn even, we can see that there is a acid reflux that goes from the stomach back into the esophagus, right? And that's not supposed to happen, but it happens because this little muscle here, this relaxed lower esophageal sphincter, allows that reflux of acids, stomach acids, to go back into the esophagus. And when that happens, you can see on the left side is the healthy stomach or esophageal sphincter, and on the right is where this sphincter, this muscle, continues to open so that acid goes back through the esophagus. So once we diagnose acid reflux in our office, And again, this is very debilitating. Some people have it so bad that they think they're having a heart attack, right? That acid goes from the stomach back into the esophagus and causes a lot of what we call heartburn, even though we're not dealing with the disease of the heart, we're dealing with the disease of the esophagus and stomach. So when that diagnosis is made, what do we do in our office? Well, we will recommend some medications. One line of medications are antacids. Those are medications like Tums and Rolaids, as you see here, that help to neutralize the stomach acids. We have something called, we use H2 receptor blockers. That's what we call Zantac. Zantac reduces the acid production. Another medication that we may recommend is a proton pump inhibitor. That's called Nexium. That helps to block acid production and actually heal the esophagus. The only problem with proton pump inhibitors, as well as H2 receptor blockers and antacids, chronic use of these medications can cause the risk of bone fractures and vitamin B12 deficiencies, as well as side effects that include diarrhea or constipation. Another medication that's often recommended for reflux is baclofen. Baclofen may decrease the frequency of the relaxation of that lower esophageal sphincter. So you can see that some of these medications you may be on the line and have been using in the past for heartburn or even GERD, but these are some of the traditional things that we have recommended. But so many people today who suffer from acid reflux are turning to CBD. They're turning to CBD for a more natural form of relief. There are studies that even show, and will show these studies, that CBD absolutely can provide a therapeutic relief from acid reflux. Now, when these medications and even stronger medications don't work, we have to then take our patients to surgery. Here you'll see a laparoscopic surgery. It's called a Nissen fundoplication, and it's an anti-reflux surgery where we go in and we actually wrap part of the stomach around the esophagus, and we throw in some sutures to help strengthen that lower esophageal sphincter. So yes, you may think heartburn is just a benign thing, but chronic heartburn, which leads to GERD, can be debilitating and many times can lead to this type of surgery. So here are some of the studies that actually you can use and talk to your physicians about. And these studies show that the endocannabinoid system absolutely is modulating the receptors, those CB1 and CB2 receptors, as well as a third receptor that we know, the GPR55 receptor, that has been intimately related to the GI tract to help put the body back into balance. So this study, again, was out of the PubMed. You can find that study. In fact, you can screenshot that so you can talk to your physician about that study. Here's another study. You may laugh. This study was done in dogs who have esophageal sphincter relaxation dysfunction. But again, it shows that these receptors are looking for cannabinoids to put that esophageal sphincter, to put those, neutralize those acids in the stomach, and to really help the inflammation and pain that people endure when they have GERD. So again, we're going to move on to our products, Wakanna products, and really show that there are a number of factors that depend on the dosing for someone who wants to start CBD for GERD or reflux or heartburn. And I always recommend starting low and starting slow. You know, the dosing really depends on a lot of factors. It depends on your age, your weight, your health condition, how bad the GERD is, and it also depends on the severity of the GERD. So we're going to talk about our products right now. We're going to stop sharing the screen as we have always done, and we're going to show you some of these products. Give me 1 second. Let's close this out. Perfect. So now you can see me. I'm here in Las Vegas. Excited about this conference that we're here, but hopefully the screen is a little clearer than last week. But we're going to talk about our product line so you can see the products and you can also take a lot of notes. So we're going to start with our power line first. Our power line, again, is the product line that contains the legal limit of THC, which is 0.3% or less of THC. Our products are organically grown in U.S. soil. Our farms are in Kentucky, Oregon, and Colorado. We also have a farm in Northern Europe that also provides organically grown CBD from industrial hemp. And that's really important that industrial hemp is the source from CBD to be legal in the United States. Our first product is our Hempranium MD. This is our most concentrated and potent product. It's 750 milligrams in a 15 ml bottle. It is a tincture, which means that this oil can be placed underneath the tongue. You need to hold it about 60 seconds so that the oil can be absorbed in the mucosal membrane of the mouth so that the bloodstream can absorb the oil. Now, this is a great product because each drop is 2.5 milligrams. And why that's important to know is that you may dose via our weight charts. So we know that someone that's 350 pounds that may have an issue with reflux or GERD will probably need more than someone who's 125 pounds. So knowing that each drop is 2.5 milligrams is of significance value. So we recommend that you start low and start slow. Why do you start low and start slow? Whenever you introduce CBD into the body, you want to make sure that you start low so that you don't run into any possible side effects. Taking too much CBD may cause some excessive drowsiness or fatigue, or it may cause some nausea, or it may cause a headache. We absolutely want you to feel amazing when you start. So start low and start slow. So recommendation for our Hempranium MD is 3 drops in the morning and 3 drops in the evening. That is a daily dose, a supportive dose. Now, if you need to increase that, I recommend after 4 days or 5 days that you increase that dose to 6 drops in the morning, 6 drops in the evening. And if you need to increase it even more, you can do 15 drops in the morning and 15 drops in the evening. That would give you a maximum dose of 75 milligrams of CBD on a daily dose. So our Hempranium MD is the most potent, most concentrated product at 750 milligrams. This is also infused with certified organic essential oils. We've infused this product with black seed, turmeric, and peppermint. These are certified organic essential oils that give and enhance the CBD, which already has anti-inflammatory properties, to have even more anti-inflammatory properties. The carrier oil that we use is hemp seed oil. Hemp seed oil is rich in omega-3, 6, and 9. So it also has the ability to carry the cannabinoids into the system. This is a full spectrum product. This is an organic product. This is a product that has been double certified and third-party validated to ensure that this product is free from mold, mildew, heavy metals, and pesticides, right? That's really important to know, that not all CBD in the market is made equally. You have to ensure that the product is organic, that it is what it says it is, and that it is tested for any harmful chemicals or heavy metals. So our next product is our Hempranium Power product. Again, whenever you see the word power, you know that this is a product that is in the legal limit of 0.3% or less of THC. This product also is 500 milligrams in a 15 ml bottle, so each drop is 1.67 milligrams per drop, not dropper full, but per drop. This product is enhanced with the certified organic essential oils like black seed, peppermint, and turmeric. Great additional anti-inflammatory properties. And again, this is a tincture. This is an oil that is to be placed underneath the tongue, and you need to hold it for 60 seconds so the oil can be absorbed in the mucosal membranes that can then be absorbed and bioavailable in the bloodstream. Again, the recommended dosing is 3 drops in the morning, 3 drops in the evening. Start low, start slow. Most people don't need a lot of CBD. You can increase that to 6 drops in the morning, 6 drops in the evening, increase that to 15 drops in the morning, 15 drops in the evening. That maximum dosing would give you 50 milligrams of CBD. Our next product is our Power Water Soluble. Oh my goodness, love this product, because this product, being water soluble, is a product that you can infuse your coffee, your tea. Well, we talked about coffee truly can exacerbate your GERD or your acid reflux, but you can put it in your smoothie, your water, your food, anything you're eating or drinking. A water soluble is a great way not to have to hold it underneath the tongue for a minute. So again, love the water solubles for those senior citizens that want to be able to just infuse it in their food and their beverages. Okay, again, 1.67 milligrams per drop. Start low, start slow. I can't emphasize that enough. You don't need that much CBD to be effective. So 3 drops in the morning, 3 drops in the evening. You can increase it all the way to 15 drops in the morning, 15 drops in the evening, which will give you a maximum dose of 50 milligrams of CBD on a daily dose. Our next product is our Power Culinary Plus. Yes, we have a product that can be used as a tincture, or you can cook and bake with it. It's a great product to infuse in your baked goods like cookies and brownies and cakes. You can infuse it in your salad dressings, your sauces. A great product. Again, 1.67 milligrams per drop. It's a 500 milligram concentration in a 15 ml bottle. Maximum dosing would be 50 milligrams of CBD on a daily dose if you do 15 drops in the morning and 15 drops in the evening. My experience is that most patients don't need that much CBD. So start low and start slow. Our next power line are our Power Gummies. Oh my goodness. CBD gummies are a great way to get CBD into your system. You may want to use this gummy in the evening just to help wind down, to get that restorative sleep that we all need for our bodies to heal. That's that REM sleep. Each gummy is 25 milligrams of CBD and 1 milligram of THC. This product still is in the legal limit of 0.3% or less of THC. This is a full spectrum product. And our gummies are vegan, they're non-GMO, and guess what? They are infused. Our gummies are not coated. They are infused, which makes them more potent. So you only need one gummy. Do not eat the whole pack. One gummy is enough, okay? Gummies take about 90 minutes sometimes to get into the bloodstream. So don't think it's not working. Just let it take its course and help. These gummies have on the package sleep, sex, and inflammation. Yes, CBD can absolutely improve your sex life. It absolutely has been shown to decrease inflammation and pain, as well as helping with insomnia. You can just imagine if you have something as painful as heartburn and gastrointestinal dysfunction that you cannot sleep. So this product will help sleep and inflammation at the same time. Our next power product are our Power Topical Relief. This is an extreme topical relief product that has 200 milligrams of CBD with 0.3% or less of THC. This topical product is very potent. You only need a little bit, so just a pinky will be applied to any local area of discomfort. This also has a variety of certified organic essential oils: black seed, turmeric, arnica, menthol crystals, sweet basil, clove. So many essential oils that what? Decrease inflammation. So a great product that is topical and will not pass the blood-brain barrier, which means that if you have random drug screens at your place of work, you can use this topical product without having any fear of that showing up in your urine drug screen. Now, our next power product are our vape cartridges. Now, our vape cartridges I love because with all the talk about these vape issues, we had, I think, 13 mortalities from vapes. They are not at all talking about Wakanna vapes. What's out on the news, unfortunately, are vapes that are found in the black market that contain nicotine, vitamin E, fentanyl, and other opioids, rat poison, and other toxins that are toxic to the lungs, okay? So those are black market products. They are not Wakanna vapes. The FDA has already done several samplings, and they have found that this is vapes from the black market. That means that you should know your source before vaping any products. Our vape cartridges are locked. You can't add anything. You can't open them up. They're very secure, and they contain organic CBD oil. They also contain our carrier oil, which is hemp seed oil. Black seed and turmeric are also enhanced in our vape cartridges that help decrease inflammation and all of the other wonderful properties that CBD affords. Our next power product is our Power Mango Body Cream. Love this body cream. Why? Because our skin is the largest organ in our body. Our skin needs to be fed CBD. Those receptors on the skin are looking to CBD or looking for CBD to improve its elasticity, to decrease wrinkles, to help with skin conditions like psoriasis, acne, and eczema. This Power Mango Cream is 500 milligrams of CBD. It also has organic goat milk, which I love the organic goat milk because organic goat milk is high in vitamin A. Vitamin A is really needed to repair our skin from all the environmental elements that our skin endures, as well as skin conditions that we talked about previously that needs to be corrected, like wrinkles, acne, psoriasis, and eczema. Okay, so that Power Mango Body Cream is what everyone needs to nourish their skin at least 1 to 2 times every day. Now, our last power product we're going to talk about is our CBD lube. Now, seriously, any woman that is on this line that is perimenopausal or menopausal needs help with this CBD lube. If you are sexually active, we know after the age of 50, 51, 52, when we go through menopause, vaginal dryness is a big issue. It causes such a disruption in the bedroom because it's painful to have intercourse if the vagina is dry. So our CBD lube is 400 milligrams of CBD. It's used on the outside of the vagina, the vulvar area, as well as the penis to help lubrication during intercourse. Again, this is an organic product. It's a topical product. It does contain 0.3% or less of THC, a great product that's safe if you have random drug screens and you need help not only with libido and vaginal dryness, but issues that men have with erectile dysfunction as well. A great, great, great product. Now we're going to move on to our pure products. Again, the pure product are the products that are broad spectrum. Those are products that contain less than 0.0% of THC. That is a product that you're going to want to use if you have random drug screens at your job. Our pure water soluble is an amazing product that can be infused. You can infuse your beverages, your food. You can use this orally. Instead of putting it on under your tongue, you can use a water soluble product orally for those issues that you want resolutions for. Each drop, this is a 300 milligram concentration in a 15 ml bottle. Each drop is 1 milligram, okay? So starting low and starting slow. The recommended dosing is always the same. 3 drops in the morning, 3 drops in the evening, okay? After 4 or 5 days, no resolution, up it to 6 drops in the morning, 6 drops in the evening. You can go as high. Some people need 15 drops in the morning, 15 drops in the evening, which will give you 30 milligrams of CBD on a daily dose. Now, what I love about our pure product line is the nanotechnology that enhances the bioavailability of our pure products. Now, nanotechnology means that we made a conversion to the CBD molecule that makes it more water soluble, that makes it more available to the cells. So nanotechnology is going to work quickly because that molecule is now small enough to penetrate on a cellular level quicker and more bioavailable. Again, we have our pure gummies. Our pure gummies are 25 milligrams of CBD. Our gummies are vegan. They're non-GMO. Oh my God, this is like one of my favorite gummies. Tastes great, and they're infused. Our gummies are not coated. That means they're more potent. Each gummy is 25 milligrams of CBD. A great product to take at the end of the day, at night when you're about to wind down. Just remember, it takes sometimes up to 90 minutes for a gummy to get into the bloodstream. The next thing I always want to remind you of is our brochures. Our brochures are a great way to share the information about what CBD is and how it differs from medical marijuana. See, when you have a medical marijuana card, that's a card that you have to get permission from a licensed physician in your state. Medical marijuana products have a very high THC level, which means what? You're going to have a euphoria, okay? CBD products, on the other hand, that we talked about this evening, you don't need permission from a physician, and it has a very low level of THC, 0.3% or less in our power line, and less than 0.0% in our pure line, which means what? You get all of the health benefits without the high. And that's what people want. They want the health benefits without the high. So we're going to see if there's any questions in the question bank before we end the call tonight. There is a chat box right there. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat box, and you can always contact me at Dr. Rita Mac, M-A-C, at yahoo.com. Again, my email is DRRITA, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, C as in cat, at yahoo.com. So I don't see any questions. If you have any questions, hello, I am Felicia. I have diabetes. Can I do this? Yes, Felicia. There are studies that show that CBD is an anti-diabetic. It has the properties that are anti-inflammatory, and we know that inflammation of the beta cells of the pancreas can cause diabetes. It can cause the beta cells not to produce insulin, so that those who have type 1 or those who have type 2 insulin resistance causes a high blood sugar. So CBD, there's a lot of studies that show that CBD has been very helpful in not only decreasing the inflammation in the pancreas and those beta cells, but also normalizing blood sugar. I have had several patients who have had great results in their hemoglobin A1Cs in decreasing their blood sugar levels, and even had patients come off of metformin and some come off of insulin, and been very, very helpful in helping those with diabetes. What is the shelf life of our products? The shelf life of our products is 1 year. The gummy shelf life of our gummies is 6 months. It's important to refrigerate your products. That it will extend the shelf life of your products. After opening, throw them, pop them in the refrigerator. Make sure that you keep the products out of direct sunlight. You keep the products out of direct heat, extreme temperatures. Keep them in a dark, cool place. Lots of great questions. Let's see here. Hi, Sheila from Houston. Can you bake with the pure water soluble? So it's best to bake with the Culinary Plus product. Why is that? Because when you're baking, you're using oils, and the oils will mix quite nicely when you're baking. Make sure that when you bake, don't bake any higher than 350 degrees. So our Culinary Plus is a product that you should use for baking. And yes, we will have that nano product out very soon. So those who want to bake, who have random drug screens, absolutely will have a product very soon to bake with. And then our water soluble Culinary Plus Power line, again, contains the 0.3% or less of THC. You're going to want to bake with the Culinary Plus, not the water soluble. The water soluble products you want to use to infuse in beverages. You can use to infuse in sauces, salad dressings, and just pop it right in there in your food that you're eating. Hello, I have constipation and inflammatory bowel disease. Will these products decrease symptoms and possibly rid of the discomfort and condition? Yes. CBD has been shown to help to put the body back in balance by decreasing inflammation that we see in inflammatory bowel disease, helping with pain, and helping to regulate the system so that constipation is not an issue. Real important to know, to get back to the basics, right? You got to make sure your diet is 100% clean, that you're drinking water, that you're helping the CBD to be as effective as it can be by decreasing spicy foods, fatty foods, processed foods, making sure you're eating enough dark green leafy vegetables and drinking enough water. Lots and lots of questions. Let's see. Let's start up here. Shelf life of the product we talked about. Helps with lung cancer from Michelle in Detroit. CBD, there's lots of studies that show that CBD is anti-tumoral. In fact, that third receptor that we talked about CB1 and CB2 receptors, but that GPR55 receptor that is important in helping with the GI tract, but it's also been shown that that receptor helps to decrease the proliferation and metastasis of cancer. My daughter-in-law has GERD really bad since 16. Now she's 30. She is in and out of the hospital every month. She coughs, vomit, and she has type 1 diabetes. Can those help her? Absolutely, yes. This whole presentation tonight talked about GERD, talked about heartburn, talked about the reflux. And this is a very serious condition. 10% of Americans suffer from GERD. This is a debilitating condition. So absolutely, we want to get everyone that we love introduced to our product line to help decrease the stomach acids, to help decrease the motility, and to help to strengthen the lower esophageal sphincter in those who are plagued with reflux. It also helps with pain. CBD is an analgesic, so it's going to help with pain. It's going to help with inflammation. It's even going to help those who have this debilitating condition sleep. Because if you have inflammation and pain, you can't sleep, your body cannot heal itself. So yes, you want to make sure that these loved ones know about our product line, and yes, how CBD can help with GERD and reflux. When using the tincture, what can one expect? What types of changes, and are the changes measurable? Well, when we take CBD, we talk about the fact that it's going to metabolize differently in everybody. So what happens is you start with a low dose and you start to measure when your symptoms resolve. So you may start with 3 drops in the morning and 3 drops in the evening. And for one person, that may work. Some people after 4 days have to increase that until they get to what we call that sweet spot. That's the spot where symptoms start to resolve. So what you want to do is you want to log on a piece of paper. You want to do like a daily log, and you want to start tracking when your symptoms and at which dose and at which product your symptoms resolve. So that's a great question, and that's what I recommend all of my patients to do, is to keep a log on when those symptoms start to resolve and what is your sweet spot. Is it 6 drops a day or is it 15 drops a day? Is it using a combination of the tincture and the gummies and the vape, or is it just the tinctures and the topicals? All of this information we want you guys to start documenting so that we can see how effective these products have been when you use them all together or you use them simultaneously. Personally, I use the water solubles in the morning. I use the vape throughout the day, and absolutely at night, I eat a gummy. So that's a little bit of what we call microdosing. You're kind of using a little each time throughout the day, and you're absolutely using a different form of CBD, be it edible, tincture, or topical. Great, great questions. I have bad asthma, GERD, RSD, and heart issues. Will this help? Well, you know what? Again, the FDA does not allow us to make any claims, but what we can say is that the research, the anecdotal studies, even the study I showed you at the beginning of the talk that shows that our intestinal tract, our GI tract, is looking for cannabinoids to put the body in balance. So because CBD is an anti-inflammatory, because it's an analgesic, because it helps to relax our overall mood, it helps the serotonin and dopamine pathways in our brain that are important for sleep, it's important for mood. Absolutely, it is something that you want to use, something you want to try if you have GERD, if you have reflux, if you have asthma, if you have heart conditions, if you have autoimmune conditions, if you're stressed out, if you can't sleep, if you're having issues with libido, if you're having issues with epilepsy or seizures, if you're having issues with neuropathy, if you're having issues with diabetes. I can go on and on and on and on, right? Absolutely, you want to try the products. Hi, Diane. You use a vape battery that can be purchased. Okay, yes. So the question is the vape battery. The vape battery is something that you want to pay attention to. This is the cartridge. The batteries are sold separately. You want to make sure that the battery gets no hotter than 350 megahertz. Why? Because if you start burning CBD oil, that oil, once it starts burning, will change the transformation of the molecule. So no higher than 350 megahertz do you want that battery. Batteries are sold at smoke shops. Batteries are sold online, right? You want to make sure that that battery is no hotter than 350 megahertz. We have 3 more minutes. Let's see. What if you have discs replaced and rods placed in your back? Well, if you have those issues, you definitely want to start with a tincture. 3 drops in the morning, 3 drops in the evening. You definitely want to start a topical product or extreme topical relief that you can apply locally to the back. You also want to definitely use one of the power or the pure gummies at night, because this again is addressing inflammation as you're sleeping. So absolutely using that microdose where you're using a little bit of the different product lines that we have at Wakanna to address those issues. So you can use a conversion in the voltage in megahertz. Just go online and Google what's 350 megahertz versus voltage, and it will help you figure out which voltage that is. So if you have any additional questions, I want you to contact the person that invited you on the call tonight. We want to invite you to get started on our products. We have amazing products. We have the opportunity for you to come in and purchase the products wholesale by purchasing a full dispensary. That full dispensary is $998. You get $1,500 worth of products, $500 versus worth of business tools. So you'll get 3 of these small boxes of products and another box of business tools where you get the education, you'll get the ability to start making money with Wakanna. Or you can come in with a personal dispensary. Personal dispensary gives you, again, a large assortment of our products. That personal dispensary is $299, and it's a $500 value. So really excited that you can come in and purchase the products wholesale, or you can come in and purchase the products singly if you want to give it a try, but you want to make sure you contact the person that invited you on this line so you can get your products ordered, you can get engaged, and you can start tonight. So we will see you same time next week. I'm excited to bring back all these nuggets from this conference in Las Vegas. Dr. Patricia Van Pelt, the president of Wakanna, is here with me. So we will see you on certification on Sunday and Monday as well. But get started tonight. Contact the person who invited you on the line. And again, if you want to contact me, my email is Dr. Rita Mac at yahoo.com. That's DRRITA, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, C as in cat at yahoo.com. So if I missed your question, because there's a lot of questions and I love a lot of questions, please email me at Dr. Rita Mac, that's DRRITAMAC at yahoo.com. Make it a Wakanna type of night. Good night.